hello, hello, hello. Hello, Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas. We are live. We are live. Let me show you. There we are. We're in Pigeon Forge right now. Got back from Gatlinburg. Man, I've been all over this place today. All over. How is everybody? I don't even know if anybody is there. Smoky Mountain family. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hope you're all doing well. Barry Cooper, Merry Christmas to you. Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey. That's me. Jeffrey. Oh man, what a zoo Gatlinburg was. John Esper, Merry Christmas. Let me move this out of the way so I can read these things here. That's better. DJJ Zombies, Merry Christmas to you. And Smoky Mountain family saying Merry Christmas back. Thank you. And to all of you. It's been a crazy day. Figured I'd take you out for a little stroll. For all intents and purposes, everything is just about closed in Pigeon Forge. There are a couple of restaurants that are straggling, that are still open. Business was brisk today. Really brisk. Gatlinburg. I don't know, guys. Eric, could you guys wander around Gatlinburg? I did a bunch of interviews out there and walking around and just kind of being Christmassy, soaking up and sucking up the wonderful atmosphere that Gatlinburg offers. Just left. Of course, I restarted the phone like I normally should, and I thought everything was good, but a lot of people. There are a lot of people on the road still. You wouldn't think that, 8:30 on a Christmas Eve. You think that everyone would be kind of all snuggled up in front of a fire, listening to Burl Lives. Have a holly jolly Christmas. We were going to do a live show today from home, but Miss Marie is still at the coaster. They were going to close like at 6, and then they just continually got slammed there. She called me up, and I said, I can't make it there. I'm still in Gatlinburg. It clearly doesn't like to reconnect. I don't know what's going on, except there's so many people here. Philip Holcomb, hello, Merry Christmas. Jim Spencer, hello to you. And, of course, our condolences, I believe, to your family. And that's the downfall of good and bad at Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm heartfelt sorry. There's definitely a fog or a mist in the air. You see that? So I made my way through Gatlinburg and walked around. Met a lot of nice people. I met several of our subscribers there. Pulled me out of a crowd and talked with them. Had a nice time. I enjoyed myself. And I got 2 Ogle dogs, one for me and one for Miss Marie, but she doesn't know that yet. But I got her a Ogle corn dog. She loves those. And she made the mistake today when I was dropping her off at work. She says, we need to get some coffee. So I said, let's go to Weigel Weigel's and we'll get some coffee. So we stopped over there. And it doesn't look like it wants a focus. There's that much haze in the air. You can see it around the lights. As I go by the white lights, there's a definite haze in the air. And so we got coffee, and then she said, I feel like having a corn dog. And I tried telling her, this is not going to be an Ogle dog. It's a Weigel Weigel's corn dog, you know? It's just going to be a corn dog. And she took one bite, and that was the end of that. She did not enjoy that at all. But I know tomorrow we will be doing live from the Casa de Crazy, and you're all invited. Wilkinson, okay. I'm trying to read while I'm driving. Merry Christmas and God bless. Same thing to you. I appreciate that. Dolly Moore, Merry Christmas, Jeff and Marie. I'll make sure I tell her that. Natalie Warner, I hope I got that right. Merry Christmas, everyone. Terry Dufresne, how are you, Terry? Make sure you say Merry Christmas to Aaron. Not too many stores open at this point. You can find a few, but there's really not a lot open. And more will be closing very, very shortly. But I'm all ready for Christmas. I got everything I needed and did all that stuff. I got dinner ready to cook tomorrow. Just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm sure the picture is not real good. Webb's Web. Hi, Ralph. Merry Christmas. You and Marie and all in the chat. Very good. Is there anyone else doing live tonight? I haven't had a chance to look at my phone at all because, you know, when I'm doing videotaping with the phone and the GoPro, I turn off all the functions on the phone, so I don't know if anybody's calling me or even communicating with me. You know, it's clear on this side because I guess the fog is coming from behind me because now that's clear. William Smith, how are you? From Townsend, William Smith town, beautiful town. Pate Productions, how are you, Pate? Merry Christmas to you. Northeast Georgia Mountain Folk. Now, you know I did get your coffee. I love it. The coffee and the cocoa, and it's going to premiere tomorrow on our live show. I've got all our Christmas cards and all the gifts you guys sent. I thank you so much. I never expect any gifts from anybody. But thank you for sending gifts. I do appreciate that. It's very kind. But you don't have to do that. I'm happy just with a hello and a comment. Barbara Goff. Hi and Merry Christmas to everybody. John M. Have a safe Merry Christmas. Oh yes, definitely. Safe is the key word for sure. Mountain Girl. Jeff, it was so crowded. I could see you. Merry Christmas and to you and the family. Thank you. We were everywhere today. Good. So you were in Gatlinburg, Mountain Girl? Did you see how crazy it was? Unbelievable. I tried to stop many times in the walkway, but I couldn't. People were like pushing me. There were that many people, so I had to kind of go off on the side on bricks or stand on a little like a fence of bricks. There's some places I had to stand on that not to get pushed out of the way. It's really weird. Smoky Mountain Family. We were down there briefly today. Really good feeling down there. Yeah, real good. It's Christmas. You can feel it. Even if you're in a crappy mood, there's no doubt at the end of the street when you're done walking, you're not going to be in a bad mood. You just can't. It's everything. Everybody's so happy and they're shopping and they're joyful and you could just see it in their faces. Every once in a while, you know, there's a Grinch, but by the time later on you see them, they're smiling. They're happy. MC Juicy Lettuce. Whoever deleted that, I don't know. I'm assuming is it one of my moderators in here? John Esper. Must be a lot of people. Pigeon Forge. Live feed is. Yes, there are a lot of people, John. A lot of people. Sorry it's buffering. Yes, and they're all coming, I believe they're all coming from Gatlinburg right now. Barb and Bill Wiley, hi. Bob, the bread was really good. I had a piece of it last night. I put some of Marilee's jams on it. She made some, is it jelly or jams? I forget. Maybe it's jelly. Or it could be jam. But I tried the muscadine, which before that was good. And then she had blueberry and strawberry, and they're all really good. And homemade, and I love homemade. It was very tasty. I had that like at 3 o'clock this morning. I didn't crawl into bed till 5 a.m. this morning. And I was up early and out the door. I have so much to do today. And I kind of figured, you know, a lot of stores are going to be closed. And speaking of closed, when I was in Gatlinburg and I'm walking around, I said, oh, let me go stop and see my buddy, Joshy and Stacy. at the Trunk of Man. They were closed. Yeah, they were shut down. I walked all the way there, and they were closed. Oh, it broke my heart. Susan, watching Dolly Christmas special. Of course you are. Well, of course she talks about Sevierville. That's her place. Sevierville Pigeon Forge. That's her world. David Fontaine. Okay, David, thank you. Obviously, it's something nasty. Thank you for taking care of that. BC Forever, LSU, go Tigers. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. Blessed Christmas for my sister Susan. Gary the Cable Guy. Merry Christmas, Jeff and Miss Marie. You should love to hear that. She thought she was going to be home. I thought she was going to be home too. We were going to go out. We were actually, her and I were going to go up to Gatlinburg tonight and walk around, just kind of just be in the atmosphere. But they just got swamped. Goat Coaster got just swamped. She called me up and said, is there any way you can come and help out? Their line was all the way back to the gift store, and it was thick. It wasn't one, it was several people wide. And I go, I'm in Gatlinburg. I'm right in the middle of filming. Barb and Bill Wiley, hi Susan, Merry Christmas. David Fontaine and family, a very, very Merry Christmas. And thank you, David, for being there and being my moderator with the highly coveted Blue Wrench of Love, who even on a Christmas Eve is not afraid and definitely willing to whop you upside the head if you get out of hand. Just like that person, obviously. I will check it, Terry, I will do that. Janice Young, hello. Merry Christmas to everybody. John Esper, what do you have for Christmas dinner? Ham, I've already got it. Spiral ham, fresh homemade mashed potatoes, vegetables. Haven't decided on the vegetables. I have a lot of choices, but I'm deciding on which one to get. And then pecan and pumpkin pie. Simple. And then I think Miss Marie is going to be making something with shrimp because she had me get a bunch of shrimp. So I'm not really sure exactly what she's going to do. But I know she's excited about it. So I'm usually when she makes a shrimpy thing, as long as it doesn't have like fish heads and hermit crabs in it, I'll eat it. But once I see the hermit crabs or the fish heads, that's it. I don't touch it. Not at all. Northeast Georgia Mountain folks, Merry Christmas to those on since we came on. Yes, very good. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year that's coming up. And to everybody who might be suffering from something and or have lost a family friend or loved one, our prayers are with you and we feel for you. This time of the year, there should never be any tragedy because this is a joyous time of year. Not supposed to be a sad time of year. But things happen, and I'm sorry for that. Smoky Mountain family. Well, Jeff, if you're not ready by now, it might be a little too late. Yeah, I know. This is, I have to say, the first Christmas that I have not been ready because normally by Thanksgiving I've got it all taken care of. It's already wrapped and done and hidden out of view from Miss Marie. Because Miss Marie likes to snoop. She loves to look at her gifts early. And so I kept everything locked in the trunk of the car and didn't say anything to her. So I guess I fooled her. I guess. I don't know. But you can still see there's traffic on both sides of the road, coming and going. Patricia Bailey, Merry Christmas to you too. Smoky Mountain family. Chris About T-shirts went live for their show, their sweepstakes. Are they giving away something? Interesting. Definitely interesting. Anthony Coulter, how are you? Murray CO says, what up? You tell him what is, what it shall be. Oh, you think Chris About T-shirts is live? Should be interesting. As long as they're not doing Golden Girls again. Barb and Bill, our favorite Waffle Houses. Yeah, I just went by it. They're always open. Granted, it's not the top of the line. It's not supposed to be. It's a place where you get good food, cooked fresh, fast. It's not fancy. It's, eggs, bacon, and a waffle. And if you want pancakes, you just tell them they'll make you pancakes. It's not meant to be, it's really not where tourists go. It's where people who said, I'm not going into. I know, it keeps buffering out. It comes back. MC Juicy going live soon. Who are they? Eric, who are they? Well, they just want to get some free advertising on this so people will leave here and go there. I don't mind if they got something interesting to say. I got no problem with that. I never heard of them. I'm sorry. Definitely getting cooler. 47 degrees. It feels it. It was just 55 not too long ago. Tomorrow's going to be nice. I mean, same thing as today. Only a little more cloud. A little more cloud cover. 65 degrees. Not really talking about much in the way of shower activity. Maybe Sunday a little sprinkle might come through, but nothing really to worry about. Not at all. Straighten that out a little bit. Sorry for the fuzziness. I guess the signal sucks out here tonight. Anthony says hello to everybody. Dolly Moore. Did anybody catch what time they will be on tomorrow? I believe we'll be on. I know she's not working. Let's just call it somewhere around 7:30. Okay? We should be back by then. We've got some driving around, some things to do. Let's just call it 7:30. All right? I'll try to remember to post a reminder for you guys, just letting you know we will be on. And I'm looking forward to it. We've got the Christmas tree all up, all the gifts around the tree. And we'll show you some of the things. And you're going to just be part of the Christmas. Just up there at the cabin with us. We like that. Tony Isaac, thanks for the videos like always. Tony, thank you. Thank all of you for even tuning into this. I appreciate that. We got 40 in the room, 20 thumbs up. I'd like to see 40 thumbs up. So, you can't give me 40 thumbs up on a Christmas Eve. You can't do that just for me and Joe. Yeah, do it for me. Do the star. Forget about the idiot in the front seat. He's just sucking up to you. Joe's in his rare Christmas spirit, along with Kay Martina, and of course, Trixie, Little Joe, Joe Jr., Kimchi, he's in the back seat. They're all here with us tonight. Joe has a Christmas hat. You can see it tomorrow night. He has his own Santa hat. I'll show it to you tomorrow. William Smith, you sent me an email. Thank you. I'll try to get it to tonight. I'm telling you, last night, Miss Marie and I, we were doing several things at once, which is, this is good. Just stop in the middle of the highway here so I get slammed in the ass. There you go. Jeez. Going to Gatlinburg, I had a guy weave right in front of me. We were cruising right along 40 miles an hour, and he just pulled out in front of me from the left lane. A total idiot. John says exactly why I'm waiting to come down in the middle of January. I don't blame you. Everything should be very calm by then. Most of the tourism will wane as these days go by. New Year's is usually not busy here. It's not, at least the 7 years we've been here, it's not a really big party town for New Year's. Sure, the bars and the moonshine places, they'll gather their crowd, but it's not like it is now. Not even close. No, not even close. Trying to think. Did you hear? Oh, I went by and I forgot to show you. There's a new attraction complex that's going to be opening in Sevierville, and we went by it. You know where Tanger Mall is? Almost across the street where Five Oaks is. 6120 is the address. There's a 100-acre farm that has already started to break ground, and they're going to have kind of like a Dollywood type thing going on. I don't know if it'll be as big as Dollywood. I doubt it, but they're going to try their hand at opening up some sort of huge attraction. And the name of it, of course, escapes me because my mind is like a sieve, but it reminds me of Skinwalker Ranch. So I'm going to call it Skinwalker Ranch. If somebody could look it up. Now, you know, Skinwalker Ranch is where all the alien activity is. I believe that's in Nevada, and all sorts of monsters are. But it sounds like Skinwalker Ranch. This is the best I could do with my mind. Terry says, hey, Jeff, tomorrow me and Aaron are going to Gatlinburg. Is going to be very, you know, I don't know, but I gather it's probably going to be because the tourists are still here. And everybody I talked to and interviewed today, they're staying through Sunday. Even some of them are going to be staying through Monday. So I assume that they will still be in the area and they'll still be wandering around. And I believe a lot of the stores will be doing their after Christmas sale. So they'll be trying to scoop up all those bargains. So yeah, I have a funny feeling that it's going to be busy, but it shouldn't deter you from going to Gatlinburg. Just go and enjoy it. Just, one thing I noticed tonight was the city parking garage wasn't charging. It was free. They had the gates open and people were come and go as they please. I'm assuming tomorrow it'll be the same. Why would it be on, you know, Christmas Eve not charging, Christmas Day charging? Just guessing. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm just guessing. I drove in there and it was it. It was just closed up and the gates were open. I said, cool, this is great. I love it. I'm turning around here. No need to go any further into Sevierville. Just sharing with you what's going on right now, because I really was counting on doing a live show from the cabin. But like I said, Miss Marie got stuck working, but she likes working, but it was like I had plans. And I'm in the middle of editing a couple of things. Closed on the biggest shopping day. You would, that's right. William, you hear me say it all the time. It's probably becoming redundant. If you're in business, you're in business to make money, not go home and watch football games or whatever it is you're doing. You're in business for business. You work your ass off. I never took off all the time. I was in Florida and working radio and TV, never took holidays off. I know it sounds a little grinchy, but I always knew that if you leave your business leaves you. And either you're committed to what you're doing or you're not committed. If it's half-ass, it's half-ass. You can, all the excuses in the world doesn't mean anything. Either you're committed to your business or you're not. So I never took holidays off. Because radio in those days, radio never sleeps. It's always there. You push the button, there was somebody on the radio. But a lot of these stations today, they're all automated. You know, everything is AI, so there's really not really a live person there. It's an automated voice, and it sounds like a real guy. There are some live shows, of course, but for all intents and purposes, everything is automated. And when I sold the places, I was completely automated. There was no live anything because I couldn't trust anybody. Everybody wants Christmas off. Everybody wants New Year's. Everybody wants Thanksgiving off. So what happened the first few years is I wound up working all of them while everyone went home and partied their asses off. And I said, you know, something's not right here. You know, I own these places and I'm working and everybody's going, well, I'm going to meet my family and we're going to get really drunk. And I said, what? You know, either you're in this business with me or you're not. You know, once again, the commitment. And if you're not committed to it, you need to get on out. So I made that big plunge. And it was expensive back in those days to automate the 2 radio stations. And I did it. And it was very, in those days, it was new. And I was the first one in the Tampa Bay area to automate in all the stations that were there. And they followed suit very quickly when they saw that you don't need a live DJ. You know, nobody is Howard Stern, and they all wanted to be, and they all thought they were. You know, hey, everybody step right up. It's 9 o'clock in the evening, and here's Vinny Boom Bots with a bullet. Yay, here we go. You know, all that crap that they do. And I didn't want to hear that. You know, people want to either hear music, they want to hear talk, they want to hear sports. They want to hear your stupid voice. So I automated. And it worked flawlessly after I got all the bugs worked out of it. And then from that point on, I didn't need jocks. They were replaced. They had replaced them, and what happened was my bottom line increased tenfold because I wasn't paying any salaries anymore. I did all the engineering. I had my sales crew. They did all the selling and a secretary, and that's all I really needed. You know, and my accountant would come in and tell me I'm spending too much money. But I didn't have to deal with egos, you know, because jocks have egos. They all think they're stars. I'm a star, you know, and I said, this is nonsense. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not a star. This is the best move I ever made. I knew that when I went home at night, everything was on the air. Everything was working because I could control it via my phone. So I could make things happen and change. I could even control my transmitters and the tower array and all that stuff. Everything was completely automated. That was a bold leap back in those days. But I did it for all the right reasons, because my business was more important than people needing to go home for Christmas because they were homesick or they were just really hankering to get liquored up. You know what I mean? Because that's all I heard when stories would come back. Oh man, did I get lit? Man, I get hammered. And then for 3-4 days later, I had to deal with some jerk with a hangover trying to do his job. And I said, you know, something's not right here. I think I'm getting the wrong end of the stick. That ended that. Story to tell you. I don't know. I'm just sharing stories with you. TNT in Tennessee. Just stopping in to say hi. Merry Christmas to you. And he said, pop in and say hello. Prayers. Oh, and prayers for the 81-year-old mother who is in the hospital. I guess she got COVID. I'm very sorry to hear that. She's 81. You got to take care of her. Make sure she stays healthy as an 81-year-old woman can. Smoky Mountain family, like the scavenger hunt video. Angie Sue, Merry Christmas. Mary Max Katz, hello, Merry Christmas to you. Tony Isaac, Merry Christmas. Be sure to enjoy those that are... I haven't figured this out, but south on Parkway, the signal sucks. When I head north, the signal is strong. Anybody know the answer to that one? Because I don't. I have no clue. I want to go to WKRP, sure. Eric, I used to watch that. I have to admit, several places I worked for were not unlike that. They were similar to that. The salesman was a slime ball, only there would have been several salespeople that were slime balls. And the secretary was, you know, the typical hot babe with silicone breasts. And the manager was a jerk, you know. And I've worked for many of those places before I got my places. And yeah, it was... I would say a lot of that was taken from real life situations, because I've worked in enough stations where it always, the characters fit. They were pigeonholed, and they fit it just right during WKRP. It was pretty close to real. I mean, there was, you know, the Herb Tarlick, and then there was the Les Nessman. I had hired a guy that I thought it was Les Nessman, just real dweeb. You know, he did good news, but a real dweeb. He's in Australia now. Biff tells it like it is. You're new to me, Biff. Thank you for joining us here. I appreciate it. Want to be Wolfman Jack. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I remember growing up with Wolfman Jack. Those were the old days of radio, the old AM radio stations. And it was a real close-knit family of radio head people. I used to love going to the RAB conventions because you'd meet all these guys. And it was like the superstar of the radio network people. You get to meet all the Casey Kasems and stuff. Traffic is definitely dying down now. That's a good sign. The signal seems to be a little bit clearer, isn't it? Biff tells it like it is, Joe. Yeah. Oh.
Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas. Did you get me anything? You cheapskates. Send me money. Forget about the gifts. Just send that dirty green paper in your pants. I'll take care of it.
Does anybody remember Soupy Sales? I'm really dating myself now. Does anybody remember Soupy Sales? I'm going back to the late 50s, early 60s. He got fired off the air. He had a TV show. This is all black and white. This is long before color. And he had the Soupy Sales show, and he was out of his mind. He was way ahead of his time. He got fired when he had told people, because kids watched this and parents too, but to me it really wasn't a kid-oriented show. It was very edgy, a lot of the things he said. And he said one night,
"Kids, I want you to go to your parents' bedroom when they're sleeping. And I want you to take that dirty green paper in your father's wallet and out of his pants and send it to me, Soupy Sale." He put his address on there. And people were sending him money. And man, the TV station got sued and they fired his butt right off the air. And he got his start in radio. Soupy Sales. Look him up on YouTube. You'll see how crazy it is. He had a character in his show called Fang. F-A-N-G, Fang. It was just a hand with claws that would come out of the closet. And it talked funny, and it would, really stupid stuff. Long before laughing and all that stuff, he was way ahead of his time. I think he died of alcoholism or something. I don't remember. T and Me TV. Is that Tommy? Tommy in the house. My Goomba. How are you, Tommy? Is Teresa back yet, or is she still at her sister's? Tommy and I had a real good, fun, long talk the other night. I guess it was last night? Was it last night? Talked for quite a while. A lot of fun. I enjoyed talking to Tommy. He's my Goomba. Yeah, Teresa's sister had her eye removed and going to be okay. Excellent. Mary Mac's cats. I did everything. That's right, you did work in radio. You know what I mean. Did everything in radio most of the time by myself. Yeah, you had no help with him. You had to wear many, many hats in radio because they're always small staff. You know, you're very similar to KRP. A small building, small offices with a lot of people doing a lot of different things. You had to. It's the only way you would survive. But then I branched out into TV while I was doing radio. That was fun, but I got tired of doing the TV. Too much hurry up and wait. You got to wait for everybody to set things up, the camera crews, and they're talking about this and doing this, try that. It's like that was too scripted for me, and I didn't enjoy that. I just do things. I don't script anything, even though Tommy thinks I do the weather from another vehicle. Tommy. He's a character. He's a character. Down to 46 degrees now. And traffic is definitely getting lighter. Turn it here. I don't want to go back into Gatlinburg. 3 aneurysms going through Gatlinburg. My goodness. People were funny. Bufferville, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't think, Terry, there's country stations. You're going to have to go to some of the big FMs, the 100,000 watt flamethrowers from other cities if you're going to pick up any country. Most of them are rock stations here, classic rock that plays the same 40 hits for the last 30 years. Same music. I can't wait to hear Jack and Diane for the 5th time today. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Come on. Jack and Diane are in a senior center, right? Same old music. You got Aerosmith, same, walk this way, walk this. Same old crap over and over again. It's like, they only make 10 albums. Everybody, that's it. In all those years, 10 albums of music, and we're going to listen to it over and over again. More redundancy, more of the time. Right here on Waste Product Radio. Waste Product Radio. DJI, how are you? Merry Christmas. I'm back. Sorry I missed you all the action. Oh yeah, all the action. Biff listens to All Things Considered. Really? NPR. National Petroleum Radio. Oh, yeah. Where donation money goes to the wild, wild west of the left. NPR. Big Burn. Yeah, just stick with it. It'll clear up. Maybe. I don't know. Denver Stacy, how are you? Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. Safe, sane, Happy New Year to all of you. I would love to open up a low LPFM, but with these mountains around here, it wouldn't reach very far. Low power FM. Just about anybody can file FCC for an LPFM. It'd be around 100 watts, but FM travels a lot more distance at 100 watts than an AM would do. 100 watts, you wouldn't be able to hear it at the next traffic light. There were a lot of them around. I don't know if they're still allocating frequencies. Oh goodness, what is the name of that site? I can't think of it. But there is a site that carries all the old shows. Prairie Home Companion. Yep. Garrison Keeler. Annette from Wisconsin, how are you? Biff tells it like it is. Casey Kasem, yep. Man, he did that for years, didn't he? Casey Kasem. He's a crotchety old thing after a while, wasn't he? He really was. 90 years old, trying to sell you the top 40 stuff with his hair in a can, black hair, you know? Yeah, the Wolfman had a TV show for a while, that's right. I forgot about that. He had a long, illustrious career, didn't he? He's been on for ever and ever. Dan O.B. Was he really? That's very cool. Soupy Fang. Remember Fang at the door? It made no sense. The show was really crazy, but it was entertaining. Because in those days, correct me if I'm wrong, John, there were maybe 3 or 4 channels on TV at that time. And 2 of them were like news, and one may have been like Marlon Perkins. The other one, I mean, it was really way back when, long before a lot of you were born. Yeah, you got to look up Biff. You got to look up Soupy Cell. Really silly stuff from way back when. You just have to take it in for the context of where it was back in the late 50s, early 60s. Things were very sterile back then. You got to remember shows like Lucille Ball, when Lucy show, they couldn't sleep in the same bed together. They had to, just like that. I shut up for a second, and then all of a sudden it comes back on. I know. I'm looking into that new T-Mobile thing. T-Mobile just came out with home internet. I don't know if it's good or not. I tried looking for reviews. I haven't seen it. 5G and all that stuff. They all promise on this going over the bridge. I lucked out so far. T and Me TV. Teresa's home. Hello, Teresa. How are you? All good. She's enjoyed the phone visit. Very good. Tim Home, how are you? Hello, Jeff and Miss Marie, and everyone here. Very good. Hopefully you're all going to have a good Christmas. I'm glad the rush is over now. For what it's worth, it's all over, but the next rush, which will be either tomorrow or just after Christmas, because everybody will be taking back the gifts you got them, cashing them in for a Bitcoin or something, and or regifting. It's always good to just leave it wrapped up, or just put it back in the same wrapping and send it on down the line. How many of you have gotten regifts? How many of you ever gotten the gift you gave to somebody years ago? And Ladybug, how are you? Hey, how long have you been alive? Since 1955, when I was born. 50 minutes and 48 seconds. I'll kill it at the top of the hour. An hour of me is already too much. I know. TV is long hours, yes. A lot of twiddling your thumbs. And that's what I did. I remember when I was getting certified scuba diving, I had picked out a place, the Blue Grotto, which is in Florida, in Williston, Florida. And I set up the whole deal with the people, and then told the camera crew to be out here, and this is where I'm going to get certified at 150 feet underwater and promote the show and all that. And it took hours and hours for them to get things lined up and focused and
checking the light. And I said, oh, for goodness sake, I just want to shoot this thing and go home. And it wound up being, a 12 to 15 hour day for a 15-minute segment. That's all it wound up being, was a 15-minute segment of being certified underwater. That was it. It's like, oh man. And of course it paid good, and that was the only reason I stayed. But after a while I gave it up and I went back full-time back in the radio. Because I was doing 2 shows back then. I was doing the Great Outdoors and I was doing Dockside Dining. And Dockside Dining was a cooking show, which, as you know, I love cooking. And I would go to different restaurants in and around the Florida area, high dining. Not some of this swill that's around here in Pigeon Forge. I'm talking fine dining. And mostly seafood restaurants, because in Florida there's a lot of really good seafood restaurants. And little by little, the show became a comedy show. It started out as being a serious cooking show, but you know how I am. And what happened was, the regular show is your typical cooking show. It had people that watched it, but it wasn't great. Not many people go, oh, I can't wait to watch that cooking show. Because it's like, if I'm not into cooking, well, it just got warped and more warped. And it turned into a comedy cooking show. And it became very popular. And it got picked up by several TV stations, and I was very happy about that. Dockside Dining. And the Great Outdoors was everything that had to do with Florida, where to go in the outdoors and have fun with you and your family. And we did everything: jet skiing, fishing, the scuba diving, sponge diving. It was anything and everything that was Florida. And that went on for years. Great Outdoors. And I was in much better shape in those days. Now I would probably sink like a rock. I smell a skunk. Oh, that sucks. I don't like that smell. Thank you, William. You're enjoying the drive. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a good quality country. Where are they on the dial? Biff, where are they on the dial? T and me, hit the button. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Teresa and Tommy. Appreciate that. I really enjoyed our talk the other night. I really, really did. It was nice. We could just sit back, and I'm out on my deck, and he's where he is, and we were just enjoying our talk. It was nice. Oh, that skunk is getting smelly. Where is he? Get on out of here. Hey, I was watching a show today, and I never knew this. This caught me off guard. I want to say it's called Appalachian Outlaws. Has anybody seen that? Appalachian Outlaws? If you get a chance, Tommy, I know you get Samsung TV. If any of you got Samsung, or if you haven't, you need to throw your TV out the window and go get yourself one of the new Samsungs, either the QLD or any one of the good Samsungs. And they got free TV on there. And maybe on your thing you get that Appalachian Outlaws. But I had no idea that in this area, and I'm talking not just here in the Smoky Mountains, but in Georgia, North Carolina, parts of Virginia, ginseng is called the golden root. And I didn't know that. I didn't even know ginseng grew in this area. But ginseng is, I guess, and it's been going on for a long time, but I didn't know this, is worth its weight in gold. A pound of ginseng can bring you $1,500 to $2,000. I didn't know that. I didn't even know what ginseng looked like in the ground. I know what it looks like because I buy it for cooking and stuff. But it grows all over here, and they pay dearly for it. And this show was not necessarily promoting ginseng like you would think. It's people that live mostly in the Appalachian country, really rural area. And these guys will shoot you dead. They'll shoot your ass dead.
and they were taking you on these trips where there's um, poachers on their land. You know, some of these old farmers have generational homesteads that have been there forever and ever, and these guys come on their land to steal the ginseng, and they have no problem scoping on you and putting the hairs on you and firing off a few rounds. And if they hit you, oh well. And they show you they're chasing these guys through their woods and farmlands and shooting them. And it's all over ginseng, the golden root. And I did not know that this stuff is worth its weight in gold. And they make moonshine, ginseng moonshine. And this is all news to me. So if you get a chance, do look it up. Appalachian Outlaws. I was intrigued with it. Just show these good old boys, and instead of them running moonshine, which now it's totally legal to make it, but they used to run moonshine, they admitted to it, and instead of cultivating pot and stuff, which they ran, it's amazing, some of them had ran into these illegal pot farms way out in the woods, and these guys would fire back at them. And this one guy had at least 6 people chasing him with high-powered rifles through his own land, because he didn't know that they were growing dope on his land. And it was scary. I mean, this guy had to run for his life because these guys meant business. The golden root, ginseng. I just never thought that would become a high-ticket item. I just thought that was really weird. And they even have wars over who buys it and who you buy it from, who you sell it to. I mean, these guys are just like drug dealers. And there's one guy called the General, and he's a real piece of work, and I'm being kind. And he's old. He's got to be in his late 60s, early 70s, but he's a real slime ball, real con artist. He makes a deal and then breaks the deal. He says, I'm going to give you $1,000 a pound for it. And he says, I'm only going to give you $500 now. I mean, one of those crap heads. Jeff and Tootsie Camping, how are you, Jeffrey? Merry Christmas to you and the Toots. Smoky Mountain family, Brittany, shoot us an email. Smoky Mountain family, we're here until January 1st. At Brittany Smith. There's a lot of people in town right now. I met a few of you, and I appreciate that. Tiger Tanger was really full. Oh, by the way, this place is going to be right in here. I don't know if I passed it yet. This new Skinwalker Ranch, right up there to your right there. I know it's dark, but that's where it is. Right next to the farm kitchen, 5 Oaks Farm Kitchen, 100 acres. It's going to be some sort of amusement park. And they're planning on opening it sometime in 2022. Well, that's a crappy picture, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. We still having problems with a troll. Oh, God. Why do they bother people? Why do trolls bother people? How do they grow up? Don't understand. I'm going to try to edit the Gatlinburg video for you first. I got 3 videos, but you will appreciate this very much. I'll just leave it at that. Because I want you to watch the video. If I tell you everything, then you won't watch the other video. Of course, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. My numbers are starting to go up a little bit, but it just looks better. The lights aren't on. It just looks like an old leaning to the side of Pigeon Forge. It doesn't act as the lights do. So if you have any influence or clout, give them a call. Tell them, leave the lights. They look better. Good one of you. Here's the people that need them. And if you could, if you could just spend a couple of minutes saying prayers for the people that are hurt, injured, or are not doing well. That would be very good. That would be the right thing to do at this time of the year. Actually, should be doing it all year long. Put that energy out there in the universe. Sorry about the bumps. It's real waffly right here. It's wah, 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 wah. And they just paved this. If you remember, less than 6 months ago, they just paved this. So anyway, thanks for joining us. I do appreciate that. Cameron, thank you for being here. You've been here since Tuesday. Merry Christmas. Maybe you'll run into me. I'm always up and down this street. Always. Have a good Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Rest, relax, and we'll be on tomorrow night around 7:30, Miss Marie and I, and you'll be able to share Christmas with us at the Casa de Cuckoo, and we'll open up gifts, and we'll talk, and we'll laugh, and we'll just have a good time. So, till I see you tomorrow evening, have a great Christmas, and of course, we will see you very, very soon. Merry Christmas, all.